Oh shit, wait, I have to get my notebook. Okay. Let's finish these ratings. Hello, Kristen. You just got that such a good big welcome. Okay, so we are finishing up readings today, guys. So I am just gonna wait for the people that already paid for readings to hop on here. I already went live for a few hours this morning, but I still have Denise, Phoebe, Abby, Cheyenne, and Leelu up here. Hello, my loves. Denise. Okay, you're actually up, Denise. So I'm gonna hop in and I'm gonna do your reading, okay? You are up, Queen. Let me find it. Okay, my session just went so good. I'm so glad. I love my clients. I love my one-on-one clients so much, guys. Okay, Denise, I'm gonna read your question and then we'll get into it. You're welcome, Queen. I'm happy you're excited. Can I read it out loud or would you like for me to keep it private? Totally up to you. How much are the readings for next time? Okay, so yes, I can read it out loud, or yes, do you want me to keep it private? So I have $35 readings, which is just tarot, and then I have $55 readings, which is in-depth with oracle and tarot here. So I feel like the angle, whoa, I feel like you can't hear me with that. Okay, I like this angle better. You can read it out loud. No worries, Queen. Okay, for live reading, I've worked really hard to energetically let go of a guy recently. I have opened myself to dating recently and feel hopeful again about new love, but deep inside I still feel myself comparing every guy to him. Can we do an energy of old connection versus what I could attract if I let him go type reading? Okay. Okay, I love that. I love that archetype. Old connection versus what I could attract. That's so interesting. Oh my gosh, wait, I've kind of done a reading like that on YouTube. Maybe I should do one like that. I'm gonna write that down. I think that'd be a really good pick a pile. Okay, hold on. I love that. So, old connection versus potential connection. Okay. Oh, I got the info from that video. Wait, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. I'm feeling called to use my mystic. No, I'm gonna use my animal oracle. That's what my intuition is telling me. Bless me. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. Okay, for Denise here. That's so loud. I'm gonna take that as a message, but send it out, please. I can feel how heavy this person is in your heart. Like, I think you maybe had a past life with this person. Because the main energy you're letting go of with this is comfortability and familiarity. So you're coming through with this past connection with Wolf, Pathfinder, and then Eagle. Notice how both of these cards are brown. And when the energy is brown, this always gives me the vibe of like root chakra vibes. But the Eagle is a card of mastery, and I'm seeing all of this white and yellow. So something about this connection is there is a lot of love here, and I just want to validate that, and I see that very clearly. But the love is coming from an energy of familiarity and comfortability rather than actual genuine love. So this could have been a connection that consisted of trial and error, ups and downs, like where things kind of go wrong and then you triumph together, and then things kind of break apart and then you triumph together. Or this person pulls away and you learn a lot about yourself. So I do feel that there was an energy of self-mastery that came from this connection of self-respect and showing up for yourself and integrity, but it was brought up through pain. Your soul could be comfortable growing through pain and sacrifice rather than growing through genuine love and acceptance. Like, this is such an interesting analogy, and this actually came up for me the other day. I was getting a facial, and she was like, you should do the relaxing facial. And usually it's like when you swish with mouthwash or something, it's like, and it like burns, like Listerine. There's so many people that are like, oh, if it burns, then you know it's working. That's because you don't believe that something can help you grow unless it hurts, unless it's painful. So I was getting this facial, and like when she's putting this on my face and it's just like relaxing, or there's no burn or anything, my mind is literally like, oh, it's not gonna work. And then I'm like, well, just because it's relaxing doesn't mean it's not working. So that's actually something that I think you're stepping into in the connection you're attracting. But this connection mirrored to you that it needs to be painful in order to grow. And that's something that you're releasing. And that's what you're comfortable with. Okay, let's get into the potential connection. Oh my God, I'm freaking taking that. Action. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, that's what I mean. You've had to carry so much compassion on your own. That's something that I'm getting really loud here with this connection. The old connection is you could have been somebody to carry empathy, to carry compassion, to be the tempering, to be the water on the fire. So if something gets explosive or somebody gets avoidant, your energy is something that calms that. Your energy is like, it's okay. Things are going to be okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to grow. Instead of you having somebody have your back, or instead of you not having to tame somebody's fire because they can tame it themselves. So something that's coming through here is you have cultivated so much self-reliance, and the next connection that you're choosing, because you're letting go of this old familiarity, is actually going to be somebody that values your softness and helps you feel soft. So this connection is soft. Soft is the word. Humpback whale is coming through, and what I'm really getting from this energy, this is an adventure energy, and I love that it's adventure. So humpback whales, obviously, like, they can go very deep in the ocean. This is somebody that they don't drown you. You're able to go deep in a soft, loving way. And you're also able to come back up and breathe for air. And then you're able to go back down and you come back up and you breathe for air. So something that comes through in this connection is that this is going to be a relationship where if anything gets challenging or anything is difficult, you guys will be able to both go into the depths of whatever the issue is, solve it together, and then create a breath of fresh air. So this is not something that's like you're carrying. It's something that's being held with vulnerability and compassion between two people. I'm going to get into tarot. Yeah, I'm feeling called to go into tarot. You literally learn to love yourself through this past connection, but it's because this person didn't value you. This last connection is something that you are very hard on yourself. And I think this comes from emotional invalidation. So if you perfect yourself, I just want you to think of it from this perspective. If you perfect yourself and you attract someone else that's like, hey, maybe you should be like this, or maybe you should act like this, or they try to gaslight you, because you perfect yourself, you're gonna be like, oh, you're right. Thank you so much for telling me, like, I should change that about myself. If you don't perfect yourself, you're gonna be like, why are you trying to change me right now? I'm actually good just as I am, and I trust my emotional process. So it actually feels like there's something here about your invalidation towards yourself being projected onto you through this connection. So on the beginning, this was actually meant to open up your heart center. Yeah, this was really meant to open up your heart center, this connection. It wasn't fulfilling though. That's what I mean, is like you carried it. That's what I'm getting here, is you carried the last connection. Oh my gosh, the first card for this new connection is literally the star. It's like a wish come true. And then the Wheel of Fortune. This is something that you don't have to try for. The wheel with the star. So the star is slow, soft healing. This is going to be something, like I said, with the humpback whale, where it's soft healing. It's slow, it's patient, and it's loving. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is a card about fate and destiny. So it's going to be something that moves in the course that it's supposed to, rather than having to move through resistance. And what you're embracing in this, I said with dear love, like this is going to be somebody that embraces your softness, is the Queen of Cups coming through here. She's sitting, loving herself, peaceful, with her palms open, ready to receive. That is something that you were able to learn through this past connection. So this is going to be a connection it's so interesting, because it almost feels like when you first meet this person, you might even feel emotionally bored, but it's something that you're going to have to work through. So you're going to be able to recognize, like, oh, there's a spider on me. Oh my gosh. There was literally just a spider on me. That is a really big message for me. But I hate it because I don't want a spider to be crawling on me. Okay, I hope it left. Whatever, it's fine. So, like I said, there might even be emotional boredom. Like you're used to having to triumph a challenge. You're used to having to like move forward and fight for what feels best for you. But the biggest energy here is that this is going to be a connection where you feel so secure in how you're being shown up for. You feel secure in how this person feels about you. You feel secure if anything were to go wrong, that you guys can work through it together. There's no push or pull. There's no avoidance. So with that being said, it's going to give you space to feel supported, to support yourself in other areas of your life. So that's literally like, you're going to be like old times where you would think, how are they feeling about me? Or where is this connection going to go? Are we going to be good or not? That clears up all of the space for you to be like, I actually feel incredibly secure in this connection. Let me go paint. Let me go do something that I love. Let me do something that feels really good for me, because you have security in the connection. So that is the kind of connection that you are manifesting and attracting by letting go of this past person. Okay, does anyone want to be a mod? Because we've got some crazy comments in here. The spiritual cowboy girl. Wait, is that who I think it is or no? Eek, so exciting. You're so accurate. I learned self-love from the loss of old connections. Okay, message of the security being uncomfortable / relatable is helpful for me. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so recognize if you're bored, lean into that. If you're getting the ick, lean into that, because the ick is just your pain body being like, this isn't traumatic. I don't want this. Okay, who wants to be a mod here? Are any strawberries here that want to be a mod? You guys are so mad. Like, get a life. Seriously, get a life. I need people to mod. I'm just really trusting some people to mod here. Leelu. Oh my gosh, you're on my list, Leelu. Yeah, there's so much chaos in here, guys. I know it. Okay. Okay, guys, next on my list, I hope that they're here. We have... Actually, I don't know why I did that. I'm going to leave that open. So that was Denise. Next, we have Abby. Abby, are you here? I don't know if Abby even, like, messaged last time. So if she's not here, then I'm going to do her reading and she can watch it back. Okay, mods, can you get after these mods? If they aren't saying anything positive, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Okay, let me look at the... I can't believe there was a spider on me. I'm like not loving that. I'm not loving that. Okay, so Denise and then Abby. Okay, so I'm gonna do Abby's reading. I don't think she's here, but she can come back and watch it. My shirt is from a local shop here in Bali. Okay, just went through a breakup, is looking for some clarity. Okay, general love reading for Abby. There's a few flipped cards in here. Okay, Abby, so right now you are being called to actually reclaim your independence now that you've let go of this connection. So regardless on whoever broke up with who, the first card out here is actually the Five of Wands reversed, mirroring the Knight of Swords reversed. So I actually feel like this past relationship, whether it was the breakup period or the actual relationship, took up a lot of mental and physical energy in your space. So this could have been something where you guys are fighting a lot. You're getting in a lot of arguments. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of fears. There's a lot of insecurities. So it could have been something that was like an emotional roller coaster. So whether you love this person or not, there was not a lot of space for you to find emotional fulfillment outside of keeping the relationship together. With that being said, because the Five of Wands is in the reverse position, it actually tells me that your nervous system is used to like always being on guard, always needing to fix something, always needing to secure the relationship. But now, because there's no relationship, you actually have space. You actually have space to do things that feel good for you, to show up for yourself in ways that you didn't have space for when you were in the relationship. So when it comes to your love life, you're kind of being called to reclaim your independence. So that's not something that you sacrifice in your next relationship. So this could be you asking yourself, what is it that I didn't get in that last relationship? And how can I show up for myself in those ways? So, or in what ways was I neglecting myself to fix the relationship? And that's something that you can heal with yourself now. So maybe this is you choosing to take some classes that you never took. Maybe this is you starting a new hobby that you didn't have time to start. But this is you actually transmuting your pain through something that is going to be creative for you, a creative process, rather than just thinking of, okay, what's the next relationship going to be like? How can I attract love? How can I attract another person? Because that's your body being codependent on an emotion that you haven't yet given to yourself. So if you attract another relationship from that space, that probably is going to be a relationship that mirrors to you again, you neglecting yourself through the emotional avoidance of somebody else, you trying to always keep the water calm. So with the Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, this is you going out of your comfort zone when it comes to your independence. With the guys, just like mods, just like literally mute them all. Like anyone that comes in here that's bad, just literally mute them all. My list is closed. I'm just finishing off readings that I did for my first list, my first reading. Yeah, see, that's what I mean here. The Five of Wands reverse is literally being clarified by the world. So there's a really big new beginning, and notice how this card is green. This is about your heart chakra. This is about how you're actually feeling. And then the Four of Wands is being clarified with the Ace of Cups. So there's actually a celebratory energy coming through in your subconscious to recognize that the chaos that this person brought is something that wasn't as peaceful or loving as you once thought it was. And the way that you're going to heal that is by giving this peace to yourself through creative endeavors and realizing that what you're giving to yourself is far more valuable than what you got in the past connection. This is actually how your guides want you to process this breakup, is by showing up for yourself in new ways. I actually think this is going to be something that you heal from a lot faster than what you think is going to happen. Like you maybe think you're going to be hung up on this person forever, but I don't think. And then Eight of Swords reverse, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles as I'm saying that. Yeah, this is not going to be something that defeats you as much as you think it is. No, my list is closed. We're not buying readings right now. Don't send me any payments. I'm just finishing my list here from the last time. Yeah, and then the Five of Cups is in the reverse position. So there is still grief here, but how your guides are wanting you to process the grief is saying, instead of crying over spilled milk, let me clean the milk up. You know, like you can, if you spill a drink or you spill milk, you can sit there and be like, no, I spilled the milk. Damn it. Or you can grab a rag and clean it up. You know, you can still acknowledge that the milk was spilled. You can still acknowledge your feelings about it being spilled, but you can also clean it up as well. So that's the vibe here for you, is saying, I can be sad. I can acknowledge my pain. I can allow myself to grieve the loss of this person, but I can also show up for myself at the same time as validating my emotions. That's your advice right here, Abby. Okay, I have 3 people left now. The superficial love thing got me going crazy. Baby, if you want me, then you better need me, 'cause I'm so done not being your number one. Cheyenne! Okay, Cheyenne is next. Are you here, Cheyenne? Are you here, Queen? What the fuck was that? Was that my cat breathing? Okay, that was so weird. Yes, Cheyenne is here. Okay, amazing. So you want a general love reading. Okay, I'm literally gonna do Pilates after this and I'm fucking excited. You guys are getting me hyped for Pilates. My cat is right over here in my laundry bag. She loves laying in my laundry bag. I don't know why. It's so cute. You are being asked to practice love or practice dating in a new way that's unfamiliar to you. So I feel like something you're healing from is an attachment to a masculine energy. And that attachment is actually manifesting for you to be the masculine in a relationship. So this is you kind of meeting somebody. What a masculine energy does, I have to say this, a masculine energy says, okay, this is what I want. So I'm going to take this step and this action to get that and to do that. What a feminine energy does is I say, I'm going to value myself. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I feel loved and I feel safe and I feel prioritized. And then after that, what I want comes to me. And whatever comes to me, I hold my standards into how I treat myself. I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable for somebody else. Healed masculine energy enjoys being uncomfortable. They enjoy problem solving and they enjoy like showing up in new ways and facing triumph and facing challenges. That is like a healed masculine energy. They enjoy that. So with that being said, it kind of feels like when it comes to your dating life, whether this is somebody coming to you or you like choosing somebody, it's like someone comes to you and then you're immediately in the action of, okay, what actions can I take to make sure that this is going to be everything that I want it to be? Six of Wands reverse is the first card with the Knight of Cups sideways. So it's not that you have emotional expectation, but your energy is like, I am going to make sure that this happens. And then Five of Cups with the Nine of Swords, it feels like you could have attracted a lot of people in your past that disappoint you. Like you give a lot and you're not successful within your actions. So Seven of Cups is being clarified with the Page of Pentacles reverse. And this is because it doesn't feel like you're necessarily proud of what you're offering, but what you're offering is coming from a space of, if I give this, then they're going to give it back to me. If I show up here, then they're going to show up for me. Instead of saying, I'm going to show up as I am, and I'm going to trust that if they want me, they're going to do something about it. Instead of trying to get all of the control from the situation. So how you're being asked to show up in your dating life right now is creating standards, creating high value, creating self-respect, and essentially saying, what do I want a relationship to look like? If someone's taking me on a date, what actions do I want them to take for me? How do I want them to make me feel? What actions do I want them to take to make me feel that way? So once they're doing that, then that's your energy to say, okay, you're showing me that you're showing up, so now I will give more. Instead of you immediately saying, this is what I want, so I'm going to give my everything. So there is kind of a vibe here to slow down and allow someone to show you who they are rather than you trying to control the connection on your own terms. So that's the biggest vibe here. Yeah, and then we have the Justice. Like this is creating more balance. It just feels like there was an aspect of emotionally overgiving, and I just flew out of my deck as the Six of Pentacles reversed. That's what I'm saying. So this is you actually balancing what an equal give and take relationship looks like, because that might be something that's a little bit of a distorted perception for you because of past experiences that you've had. So if you maybe grew up with emotionally unavailable parents or you've had emotionally unavailable experiences, where you're always giving, but you're not getting anything in return, then that in turn for you is saying, okay, well, this is normal. It's normal for me to overgive and not receive anything back. So subconsciously, that's what you're attracting. So their guides are asking you to go outside of that pattern and kind of show up in a way that's uncomfortable for you and value what's out of your comfort zone, which right now is having standards and allowing yourself to receive that. So this is not overgiving. This isn't being the one to set the date. This isn't being the one to ask to hang out. This is you saying, I'm going to show up as I am. And if you want to take action on me, I'm going to allow you to take action. But if you're always the one taking action, you never allow someone to give to you. So that's the biggest vibe here that I'm getting for you, Cheyenne, in your dating life. Oh, yay. Do that, yoga queen. Oh, wow, because someone asked me out the other day and I was really uncomfortable. Thank you. That's so funny. Yeah, I was like, you're being asked to approach dating in a new way. So go on those dates, queen, but just make sure you're holding your standards and you're not overgiving. Okay, next is Phoebe and then Leelu. Okay, so are you here, Phoebe? I don't know if Phoebe's here. The deck, okay, so the tarot deck I'm using is Shuttle Mirror Tarot. This is what it looks like. These Jesus comments have me rolling. This is insane. My day, honestly, my day started like not great. I was like woke up feeling really weird, and I felt a lot better since this live, since to you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna get into Phoebe's reading. I don't think she's here, but she can watch it back. So I'd like to know about my love life and financial situation this year. Am I going to receive the project that I've been waiting for that will improve my overall life? Okay. Is she going to receive the project that she's been waiting for that will improve her overall life? That's what's happening. I was like totally gonna say something, but oh my god, you're so cute, honey. Okay, so Phoebe, I'm gonna mainly focus here on because this is just a one question reading. You're mainly asking about your business life and if you're gonna receive the project that you've been waiting on this year. Oh my god, my jaw's so itchy. My right side is itchy. I try to make everything mean something. Okay, Phoebe, immediately what I'm getting with this project and your endeavor this year is, I want to say that the answer is yes, but the answer is yes if you want it to be yes. So with stuck energy in the reverse position, there is something that has been stagnant, maybe something that you've been waiting on that is going to be moving a lot faster this year. And then intuition and manifestation is my next card out. So this is telling me that whenever a card about manifestation comes out, you are in control. If you want to manifest being a lawyer, then you have to choose to take the steps to be a lawyer and go through law school. If you want a healthy, healed relationship, then you have to take the steps to recognize what a healthy and healed relationship looks like so you can attract that. Like manifestation is you looking at the reality that you want and choosing to make sure that your actions that you're taking in that reality that you're manifesting are the same as your present moment to energetically align to that. So with that being said, with your project and whatever it is that you're manifesting or what you want, make sure you're very clear on what is this? What does it look like? What are the actions that I'm taking? How am I feeling? What does my daily routine look like? And how can I make sure that I'm removing any stuck energy that is stagnant towards manifesting that reality? So you're aligning to what you want and how you want to feel with your current and present reality. So the answer is yes. And then this is confirmation. I think the reason it's yes because the dedication that I'm feeling in your energy, and this being something that you've maybe put a lot of energy to already, great achievement. This is going to happen because you're going to take the action if you aren't already, especially with stuck energy in the reverse position. So keep doing whatever you're doing, but this is literally a card of celebration. This is a card of receiving something you've been waiting for, receiving something that you've worked on. So even like a celebration could be coming up. I'm getting fall energy could be really significant, like October, November time for you within this time. Yeah, see, intuition and manifestation is literally being clarified with letting go. So this is seriously telling me that when it comes to the manifesting energy from here to the fall, there are going to be some habits or challenges that you're going to work through. These challenges might have to do with collaboration or other people. So something that's really important to recognize is core wounds affect all areas of our life. So if you have a core wound that is a lack mindset, that will affect your relationship with money, that will affect your relationships in romance, your platonic relationships, your relationship with your body, your relationship with food. Core wounds affect every area of our life. So this is telling me right now that new supportive connections is even coming out with great achievement, that I really want you to pay attention to the reality that you want and not just focusing in on career or finance or money, and making sure that you're looking at all areas of your life, and that one specific pattern that you know you need to let go of is rippling to other areas of your life. That's going to help you move closer to this manifestation. It just feels like there's something with other people, like whether this is a relationship or this is friendship. It just feels like there is something related to other people that's going to help you transform a mindset that is currently relating to this stuck energy. Okay, let me get into my tarot deck about this. Yeah, the Justice is coming through in the reverse position immediately. So there is definitely some karma being cleared out right now. The scales being balanced. That's why I think that your connection with other people is going to be really significant, because you maybe have done a lot alone, or you've been investing a lot into the material world, and a manifestation comes from emotion. People that want money want to feel safe. People that want a relationship want to feel safe. People that want to be famous want to feel seen. They want to feel valued. All manifestations that are physical come down to humans wanting to feel something specific. So if you're not open to actually creating that emotion in your present reality, it's going to be very hard to manifest something that is physical if you're not aware of the emotion that you want behind it. So there's something here about you like paying more attention into emotional fulfillment in your daily life and surrendering this in ways that are necessary. So take action in ways that you have control over, but don't overgive to whatever this project is or to money. Make sure that you're balancing emotional fulfillment and effort at the same time. That's going to be something that really supports this manifestation, because it feels like right now you're lacking clarity because you're maybe overworking yourself. I know there's weird ass comments, guys. I should do some, I'm going to do some subscriber only lives as well sometimes. 6 of Wands at the end. This is going to be successful. Like, again, because I'm really channeling long term here. So obviously there's going to be growth. 7 of Cups in the reverse position with the 3 of Swords reversed. This energy of what I want in my manifestation and what I need to heal to get there is going to bring up some pain. It's going to bring up some trauma, but it's going to help you see clearly on what you want emotionally. That is what is going to bring you this success. So I feel like the summertime could be really emotionally significant for you in not only aligning physically for the manifestation, but like I said, aligning emotionally. So you realizing, I want to feel like this and this in this manifestation, something that happens in the summer could actually push you into that emotional state in the present moment, which again leads you to this success happening in the fall. And then the Knight of Pentacles with the Fool, and then the Hierophant. So yeah, stay committed. Right now, you're learning a really big spiritual lesson. And because this is coming through at the end, you've invested a lot into this. So right now, it's like you're investing emotionally more than you have physically. And you're going to be successful because you chose a faith-based energy. So yes, the answer is yes. You're going to receive the project that you need, but there's going to be some growth and some healing along the way. I really hope that this helped you and this resonated for you. So that was for Phoebe. And now we have Leelu. Leelu. And you are my last one, Leelu. And then I'm going to get the hell off of here because these comments are weird. And I need more... need more mods. Wow, that's... Yeah, I got it read. 23 people today. Hi, girl. Okay, let's see. Do you have your question in the email or do you want to tell it to me? Let me see, I can look. Oh, I see your question here. Okay, best for last, right? Okay, what can I do to help connect better with my friends? Like, what should I embody? Oh, that's such the sweetest question ever. You're the best friend for you asking that. Oh, thank you so much. That is such, your friends are blessed to have you. Girl, this is about you. This is about you connecting better with your friends by valuing you. Okay, so how your guides actually want you to connect better with your friends is by loosening your grip. Your energy to me is giving, if someone has a problem, you're there. If someone needs emotional care, you're there. If someone wants you to show up in a certain way, you're there. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything you won't do for your friends. With that being said, that is, I'm not saying it's inauthentic, but I am saying that there is a version of you that is used to relationships where you're giving more than you're receiving. So how your guides want you to connect with your friends better, and what I mean by this is about you, is there right now, your trust in the connection is dependent on how much you show up. And it feels that there's maybe a fear that if you don't always show up, you're not going to get loved, which is why you're always available and you're always showing up. So a way that you can connect better with your friends is by, when I mean loosening your grip, I mean being more authentic within the connection, being fair and equal. So if you say someone asks you to hang out, or they ask you like, hey, can you help me with this? Or can you do this? I want you to actually sit and ask yourself and say like, do I have energy? Do I actually have the energy to authentically give to this person right now? Or am I just giving out of obligation because I'm afraid that if I don't, then I'm going to disappoint them? So with that being said, if you choose to say like, hey, I love you so much, but I just really need some time for myself and I'm going to take some space. And that friend says, no worries, that's totally okay. And they handle the problem on their own. You're going to feel more safe and connected to that person because you gave them an opportunity to prove their trust to you. Right now, that's how you're going to move closer with your friends, is by loosening your grip, because right now, like, you're not receiving much. So the more you give your friends an opportunity to give to you in the way that you give to them, that is going to bring your guys' bond closer, because it's going to create more authenticity within your actions. And then your friends can also understand and prove to you that they don't always need you, which will help you lighten up with how much you need to show up, or the obligations that you may put on yourself when it comes to your friendships. So there's a little bit of a codependency here for you when it comes to people pleasing or like showing up in a really big way. So just make sure you're valuing your own boundaries and you're loosening your grip when it comes to your friends and giving them the opportunity to prove to you that it's okay if you say no sometimes. It's okay if you take time for yourself. So like I said, I was like, it's more so about you rather than what you can give to your friends. More so about giving to yourself so your friends can give to you. I'm really curious to know how that resonated for you. Yes, it's so important to value mutual connection, and that's both people's responsibilities. That resonates so much. Okay, good. I'm so happy to hear that. Good. Yay! Yay! Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. You deserve supporting connections, okay, love? You deserve to be supported just as much as you support. So that was my list here today. I'm really happy with that. I feel like I got some good clarity today, helped some people. And now I'm going to get off, guys, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and I will see you guys in my next video or my next live, okay?